and welcome to Marquette Lately. I'm Kira Collins, and I will be your host for this evening. The holiday season, aka my favorite time of year, the most wonderful time of the year, is fast approaching. And with every season comes lots of juicy stories. We have plenty to share with you viewers tonight: fashions from the AMAs, Christmas spices that will keep your mouth watering, and a special treat for all of you basketball lovers out there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what's been going on lately. Our favorite celebs recently got glam for the annual AMAs this past week. Let's hand it over to our fashionistas to hear all about the recent red carpet AMA attire.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Style in the City. I'm your host, Elle Geringer.
I'm Aaron Bledsoe.
And I'm Marlo Marisi.
Tonight we'll be talking about two recent shows, the American Music Award and the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show. Now to start off with the AMAs, we'll be talking about the night's two worst offenders, Taylor Swift and Jennifer Lopez. Now I can't even talk about Taylor, so Marlo, I'm gonna throw this one to you.
Okay, do either of you realize how Taylor Swift always seems to wear a gold embellished dress on every carpet, I feel like?
Always.
And her hair, her skin, and her dress always blend together. It's just not a good mix. So I think she just totally destroyed it this year. She looks the same every time we see her.
Always.
Oh, wow. On to more important news. Did you guys see J-Lo, though? The red carpet?
Oh, trust me.
Now, for her age, she looked pretty nice, but I think her dress could have used some.
I think it could have used a sleeve on the bare arm. It just wasn't great.
Right,
and
I
then
think it was weird that both the skin was on both sides of her body.
Exactly. And then the worst part of J-Lo, she looked fine on the red carpet. The worst part was during her performance. She started off with this big flowy dress, which then came into this little flap, fringy, sparkly thing, which then got even worse into a nude bodysuit with sparkly crystals covering her lady bits. And that's it. Girl, you are 42 and have 2 kids. No. Inappropriate, inappropriate, no.
Do you guys remember the trending topic, things shorter than Kim K's marriage? Well, the amount of time that J-Lo was clothed on that stage was even shorter.
Exactly. But it's okay, though. Like, Christmas is coming up, so maybe she was just a gift.
Just unwrapped, just like a Christmas present. Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of sparkly lady bits, the Victoria's Secret fashion show was also pretty recent. So that was a lot of fun. It looked like the ladies had lots of fun.
Those sexy girls strutted their way down the runway in beaded, bedazzled, extremely heavy-looking wings, accompanying their new lingerie.
Yeah. It was really nice, though. Like, it's an actual fashion show. A lot of people, I think they underestimate just, like, the awesomeness of a Victoria's Secret fashion show. And the musicians are really good, too. They had, like, Maroon 5, Kanye West, and Jay-Z, who was also wearing Versace by H&M.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Love
Crazy.
Versace.
Definitely.
Yeah, there was really something in the Victoria's Secret fashion show for everyone. There were cultural ones, there was superhero-looking ones, and it was just a lot of fun. I really liked it.
Those girls are absolutely gorgeous. And my favorite, Miranda Kerr, who's Australian, she wore a $2.5 million bra. Insane. Imagine getting that for Christmas.
Imagine having that money to spend on a bra, of all things.
Well, I mean,
oh my
when you're married to Orlando Bloom, anything's possible.
This is true. Well, Miranda Kerr, something about her, though, that bugs me, her baby face. She looks like she's 12 years old. So, men, if you're looking for, like, any of these Victoria's Secret angels with their baby faces, they're 6 foot tall, they're size 0 bodies, you're going to be waiting a long time because they don't exist in real life. Like, these are the 1%. So, just don't. But that's all we have for you tonight. Have a great Christmas and holiday season, and thanks for watching Marquette Lately. Back to you, Kira.
Up next, looks like Santa will be delivering one of America's most wanted gifts of the season, the basketball season, that is. Some of you lucky viewers out there might be receiving a plasma TV for Christmas. Other viewers will only be concerned about what is playing on the TV that day. Foxy Mike Fox and Crazy Kevin have the story on the official NBA comeback.
Merry Christmas. I'm Mike Fox alongside Kevin Clancy. Welcome to the Weekly Fumble. As of lately, the lockout is over. The NBA reached a tentative deal with the players in which the players would receive 51.2% of all BRI. And now all that's left is the free agency frenzy, which will start on December 9th at the same time as the training camps, and that will lead into a 66-game season, which will start on Christmas Day. So now that we know that everything's going on, what are you most looking forward to, Kevin?
Well, you know, there's a few things that I'm really looking forward to, and the first is the free agents that are on the market this year in the NBA. First off, David West, an amazing power forward just coming off of a year at New Orleans, is looking for a team that needs a really, really strong presence down low. So anywhere that he can fit in, that would be a great pick for anybody. And also at the center position, we got Nene and Marc Gasol. Both very good scoring centers as well, along with rebounding. So teams should be looking to pick up any of those guys. So.
Definitely. And what I'm looking forward to most is actually the season opening Christmas Day special. And it's going to start with a finals rematch between the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat. And then reigning MVP Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls will play the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by a divisional matchup between the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, and speaking of the Boston Celtics, that leads me to my second exciting little tidbit of the NBA season, and that is the teams that are participating this year. Miami Heat, obvious reasons they are going to be a very exciting team to watch. You got Dwayne Wade, you got LeBron James, Chris Bosh. They're going to be unstoppable in the Southeast Conference. And then you're going to go up to the Northeast Conference with the Boston Celtics, as you mentioned earlier. They are going to have some tough competition in the Northeast with the New York Knicks, with Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony, but I think that they can clean up in the Northeast. And my surprise this year, it's not much of a surprise, but the Oklahoma City Thunder, that is a tongue twister, is actually a very, very, very good pick to win the NBA championship this year. They do have a little bit of competition up in the Northwest with Wesley Matthews and the Portland Trail Blazers, but should be good to go.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can really stop the tandem of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant.
That's very true. That's all we got this week for this Weekly Fumble. We'll see you next year.
I'll be honest, I'm probably going to be more excited about a new pair of Uggs than a basketball game under my tree, but glad to hear B-Ball's back. The holidays are a time filled with cooking and baking, and Brandon's got an assortment of rich, wintry spices to fill your pantry with.
What's up, hungry people? It's your boy Brandon, and welcome to Something to Chew On. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and by great, I mean so much food you couldn't wrap your mind around it. If you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen my tweet saying that now since Thanksgiving is over, it's going to be straight up Christmas for a month. So it made me think, what makes Christmas Christmas? I came to the conclusion that aside from gifts and reindeer, it's the spices. Christmas is a holiday full of different spices and flavors. It's all about the red and green, people. These flavors include wine, cranberries, chocolate, and cinnamon. I know they're not red or green, but work with me. Cloves, mint, ginger, mistletoe, and let's talk about a few. Okay, so starting with mistletoe, because I'm sure all of you were looking at me thinking, I don't know what I'm talking about because mistletoe isn't edible. Well, fun fact, mistletoe actually was used early pre-Roman times for medicinal purposes. So wham, take that. Nowadays it's sold in tea in Europe, and people say it counters high blood pressure and fights tumors and cancer survivors. But I guess it's important for you guys to know that there's two types of mistletoe, and one is toxic. So you don't want to just go take the one from over your door and put it in your tea. Instead of improving your health, it could actually make it severely worse. Now let's talk about cinnamon, since that's so near and dear to my heart. Studies show that it improves insulin sensitivity and blood glucose levels in diabetics. It also helps with Alzheimer's and cardiovascular disease. So what can you make with cinnamon? I'm glad you asked. You can't go wrong with cinnamon rolls. Those are my personal favorite. You can put different color frosting on it or organize it in different ways, something festive like a Christmas tree. But do what you want. Get creative with it. Use the right side of your brain. Now, ginger. Ginger is perfect for Christmas night or the night of Christmas Eve when you want to snuggle up and get nice and cozy in front of the fireplace with that special someone. Why? Because it's an aphrodisiac. It's also said to help with joint problems like arthritis, nausea, well, it's not a joint problem, but nausea, vomiting, and gas, which is even better for when you cuddle up with that special someone. Unless you two like to have stink bomb battles, but that's totally up to you. It's not any of my business. But you can eat gingerbread cookies, ginger snaps, or if you're celebrating Christmas in California, I guess you can eat sushi with ginger. Well, that's about all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. This segment has to end now. And unfortunately, this is the last showing of the semester, our 2011 finale. I know you're sad, but try to contain yourself because we'll be right back at you before you know it. And don't forget about this episode when Christmas rolls around. Try to do some things with mistletoe, ginger, mint, cloves, cinnamon, chocolate, cranberries, or wine. Don't be shy now. It's all you, Kendra. Take it away.
Thanks, Brandon. My name's Kira, thank you. Edible mistletoe, I think I'll stick to standing under it. Up next, Harry Potter has got the moves. Stay tuned to find out. The annual New York Thanksgiving Parade is filled with celebs high and wide. Let's hand it over to Lisa to hear about who made an appearance at the Turkey Day Parade this year.
Hello and welcome to High Society on Marquette Lately. I am your host, Lisa Mihalik. As we are all aware, we are coming off a little holiday here. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you got up and watched the Thanksgiving Parade with your families. So many people wake up before the sunshine does just to get seats at this annual event. Well, if you missed it, check out how fun it looks.
Are you coming to the parade tomorrow? Yeah! You've got quite a party going on here.
This is a fantastic party. We have nearly 1 million people up here to see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons come to life.
My goodness, so tell me, how many balloons do you have?
We have about 50 what we call medium-sized balloons that would be absolutely extraordinarily large in anybody else's parade. And we have 16 giant balloons that are going to appear tomorrow.
So tell me, are there some new balloons?
Yes, we actually have about 5 new balloons. And
Wow, so many balloons, marching bands, and actually so many celebs were there to entertain the cheerful crowds. Some celebs that graced their presence at this festive event were Neil Diamond, Daniel Radcliffe, Scott McCreery, CeeLo Green, Mary J. Blige, Avril Lavigne, and the list goes on. Everyone was just having a fun time. The weather was great and the performances were hot. Well, for the most part. There was one in particular that didn't seem to go as planned. Check out what Scott McCreery did, or should I say, didn't do.
And here to sing The Trouble with Girls is the bigger-than-life reigning American Idol. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty McCreery.
The trouble with girls is they're a mystery. Something about them puzzles me. Spent my whole life trying to figure out what them girls are all about.
Now, we're gonna cut him some slack. After all, it was his very first Thanksgiving Parade performance. Lucky for you, Scott. I think we all know that the celebs lip sync at this event, but maybe next time, don't advertise it. But hey, some celebs just blew people away with their incredible performances. Who knew Daniel Radcliffe could not only levitate feathers and slay Voldemort, but as a matter of fact, he can also sing and dance. Seriously, check this out.
There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man, a noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of man. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep
Well, he certainly learned much more at Hogwarts than we thought. Now, I don't know about you, but just chatting about all this makes me want to go and see it all live with 3.5 million of my closest friends. And of course, the celebs too. Only in New York can you have this amazing experience. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. I'm Lisa Mihalik for MUTV Entertainment. Kira, back to you.
Thanks, Lise. Daniel Radcliffe can serenade me any day. That is just about all we have time for today. From all of us here at Marquette lately, thank you for watching and have a very merry holiday season. Hope Santa's good to you all. And if anybody would like to know what I would like for Christmas, I'm hoping Chase Crawford will be under my tree. Keep your fingers crossed, Santa's good to me. And now, Marquette, we have a very special gift for you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.